Time for a new character in Siren 2, Ichiko Yagura, who is on the Bright Wind, which is a name we've heard before in some of these supplemental materials that we've read. The Bright Wind was a ferry that vanished around Yamajima Island in the 80s. Apparently Ichiko is on board it. Let's see what she's doing there. In loss.
Ichiro? Noriko? Where's everyone? What was that? I don't understand.
Student ID. Yes, we remember the game loves IDs. Well, Ichiko has woken up, is calling for her friends, but they're not here. We have to escape to the forward deck. So Ichiko can sightjack right away, though she doesn't know why.
What?
Okay, we start off tired, so I'm just gonna wait until she... There we go. Alright. So, completely new level. We're on board the Bright Wind. It's locked. Let's have a look at the map here. Well, first let's look at our items. Nothing. Let's look at the map. So the Bright Wind has a number of levels. There's the engine room at the bottom, the freight room, which is where we are right now. In the freight room, there is also the freight elevator. Then above us is the engine room. Then above that is the freight elevator, which leads to the boarding gate. Then we have the forward deck. Oh, the forward deck is where we need to escape to. That's the goal. Second class cabin, third class. Boat davit? I guess is how that's pronounced. I don't think I've ever seen the word davit before. I guess it's what the lifeboat is attached to. Starboard deck, portside deck, entrance to the ship. And then the top level, the wheelhouse, the entrance, and a second class cabin. Once again, we will be coming to the Bright Wind many times, but this is our first time. Ichiko is a 14-year-old student, and she doesn't know what she's doing here. Alright, here's an elevator. But no smoking? Well, I don't think that applies to Ichiko anyway. She doesn't have any cigarettes. Let's take a look around. Oh, here's the forward deck. So the forward deck is where we need to get to. And there is someone walking around there. Usually, you don't see a ferry surrounded by trees like that. That's not usually where a ferry would be. Don't know if this person is going to talk or not. Just gonna wait a bit. Sometimes when...
Find a replacement again.
That was a woman's voice. Trying to find a replacement? Oh, there's a green crosshair moving around. There's someone else on this boat. It's not the person, though. It does not look like this person is moving. Alright, so there are two people, not Shibito, but people on the ship. There's the person on the forward deck again. Oh, there's a red cross there. The other person is being attacked by Shibito. It's becoming... This sight jacking is becoming vignetted because this person is getting further away from us. So the further away it is, the harder it is to see. Looks like this person was able to take care of themselves. They're on the phone trying to contact someone else on the ship. It doesn't look like they're able to. What's the other person doing? Oh, they're just standing around on the front deck again. They're not really moving around from here. Well, we should try to figure out what we can do here. So what we might need to worry about... Let's see... Well, this is a Shibito, obviously. We're going to take an elevator up a couple of decks. And I believe this guy... Yeah, he's patrolling the area in front of the elevator. Yeah, there's the elevator right there. Now we can hear something ringing. Let's see what his routine is. So, Ichiko does not have any weapons, which means any Shibito is going to be a big problem. Oh, but what's this? There's like a broom on these stairs. He's just gonna look at it for a while just to make sure we see it. You see that broom? There's just like a broom on those stairs. Alright. So, he's not gonna take the broom, but maybe we might want to take it. I called the elevator. Alright, here we go. My phone is still ringing. Now, let's see if we can get down those stairs. There's the Shibito. And he saw us, but we know where a weapon is. Excuse, sir. Excuse, sir. Sir, excuse. We got deck brush. Let's take a look at this description of the deck brush. A long-handled brush for cleaning up the deck of a ship. Alright, he doesn't want none of this deck brush. He might forget that I'm here. Because Shibito have very short-term memory. Yeah, he's turning around, isn't he? Let's try to sneak up. Yeah, he's going upstairs. He got deck brushed. Alright, switch weapon to bare hands. And now we're going to take his weapon. Hand axe. Alright. So Ichiko went from being unarmed to being a killing machine. Let's take a look at this. Hand axe. Small size axe for chopping wood. Let's see what's going on with these two guys. This person is still in that room. That's the engine control room. The other person is still on the forward deck. They have not moved. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's right. That's a gun. But I don't think he doesn't move from there. So we just tanked a bullet. This schoolgirl did. All right, we're on the deck, the bridge deck. Let's take a look. We got a cabin key. Now that we got a new target to escape to the forward deck. And also we find a record. It's an archive item. We got it. Also, here is the phone. That's where that other person was trying to call. Let's switch on these lights. Switched on.
Is somebody there? Anybody? Please!
Eh? Is someone there? Where are you?
Help me! I'm on the second floor. A small room. There's machinery and a wheel. What? No! What should I do? What do I do?
Well, the connection went out. Let's look at this person. Okay, they are leaving the engine control room. This is who we just talked to. I mean, he says that, but he's just going to stand at that door. And the person out on the front deck continues to just walk around. So, this person who we talked to, we'll do something with him on Mission 2, but on Mission 1, there's nothing to do with him. He'll be important in Mission 2, though. Let's inspect. Here's a signal lamp. We can use it. We can turn the light on. And there's someone standing out there. Oh, look who it is. It's Yuri. We saw in a cutscene that she was walking towards the ferry. Which is where we are right now. If she doesn't like light, we could just hold it on her. I don't think we need to. Yep, she's just continuing to just walk around out there. Alright, so our objective is to reach the forward deck, and we now know that's where Yuri is. Alright, we're hearing that buzzing, indicating that there is a Shibito. I think, yeah, this is him. He's on the other side of the he's down the hallway, and he has a gun. So I want him to look away before I walk out into the hallway. He's just kind of standing there. There we go. Just needed a little time for it to get in here. I can unlock this, but before we do, let's look on the other side of this door. I think this is it. Yeah. This guy's on the other side of the door. Alright, he's got his back to us. And we do have an axe. Yeah, if you do get them by surprise, you can knock them down with one hit. Let me see if there was anything in here that we need to pick up. Got something here. There's a letter tucked inside. We got the origami letter. We're going to read that later. Let's see, anything else we need to find? There's another cabin over here. Over here, there's a TV. Down there's like a video game console, but I guess Ichiko's not interested in that because we can't interact with it. Maybe someone else can at some point. But over here, there's something on the floor. We got a fishing line and hook. And that opens up a mission 2 later on. Let's take a look at what we've picked up. Well, there's the cabin key. We use that to unlock the door. There's the fishing line and hook. A cut fishing line found in the third-class cabin can be used to pick up things in unreachable areas. Remind myself if there was anything here behind this desk. There's like a little lost and found box here. Nothing in it in this mission. Maybe at some point, there might be something in that box. Also, if we go up here, there is another cabin, which might not be open right now.
Monster!
Let me switch weapons to the brush and pick this up. It's a rope cutting hook. Tool used in packaging, loading, and transportation work. The area for cutting rope is integrated with a metal hook. Also, he talked to us. He called us a monster, which seems kind of odd. There's another cabin on this ship, but yeah, this one's locked from the inside. We can't do anything with that at the moment. Something important to notice here. There's like a thing in that little grate right there. We want to make sure we notice it. It's a crank handle. Now you know this is a survival horror game, because it's got a crank. Okay, we got the crank. Let's take a look at it. A crank handle found near the ferry's lifeboat. It is needed to move the escape boat. Fortunately, the escape boat... Well, it's right here. This is the boat davit. A boat davit. May be able to use it with a crank handle. I have a crank handle. There we go. We put it on. And that activates a mission 2 later on in the game. However, it's too tight to turn. We do not have the strength to turn this. We need someone else to do this. But the fact that we put that on there is going to help someone else out later on. Oh, this is locked. Oh, and I think... Oh, yeah. That guy who we talked to on the phone, he's on the other side of this door. But it's locked.
Help me! Help! Help me! Please!
Are you in here? Are you okay? It won't open. I'll find another way.
Hey!
Just hang on!
Alright, what's he doing? I know. It's a big mess. So messy. Yep, that's locked too. Also locked. Why are all these doors locked? Well, I guess we tried everything that we can. Actually, I'm not sure what else he does. Does he just walk back to where he came from? Let's just see. Yeah, he's just coming back. He's not going to go to the door. I guess he's just going to hang around here. What's the other person doing? Do I still have that person? Hold on, let me look around for the forward deck. Oh, Yuri is still standing out in the same exact position, I guess. Alright, I don't think this guy's going to do anything else. Let's see. I think he just sort of hangs out here. Because there is nothing he can do to help us on Mission 1. Mission 2 will be a different story, but on Mission 1, he can't figure out what to do. Alright, so where do we need to go? Well, the objective is to reach the forward deck. Which is past the boat, David.
Who's there?
You're alive! You!
What are you trying to do?
I don't know! I really don't know!
Mission accomplished? No cutscene after that. There is like a green scene right here, but we can't access that, I don't think. No, we have to do Mission 2 to unlock that. Let's see if we picked up any archive items. Yeah, there are 3. Ichiko student ID. The requirement to get this is to regain consciousness. Student ID number 444. This is to certify that the following is a student of Kaminashino Prefectural Middle School. Grade 8th, name Ichigo Yagura. Date of birth, May 10th, 1972. Issued by the principal's office. What a menacing ID number. Origami letter. We inspected the bunk. It's a complexly folded letter that was a popular way of communicating among middle school girls. Similar to origami, this letter was folded to represent a girl's school uniform. Let's read the letter. Dear Noriko, are you all right? You didn't look too good today and didn't eat much at dinner either. Ichiro looked pretty worried too, you know. Maybe you're seasick? The way this ferry rocks around, I'm surprised I'm not sick. Remember when the ferry stopped today? I heard they found a woman's dead body. That means we're sharing this ferry with a corpse. Kind of scary, isn't it? Oops, maybe I should have mentioned all that when you're not feeling too good. Sorry. Anyway, I hope you'll feel better soon. I guess now that the tournament's over, it's back to the grind. I hope those matching bracelets bring us luck. With our high school entrance exams coming up, we'll need all the luck we can get. Your best friend, Ichiko. So Ichiko wrote this letter to her friend, Noriko, saying that she doesn't look too good. What's going on? And Riko's record. We inspected the office desk. Riko Azuma, where is she now? Riko was the younger sister of Eri Azuma, the legendary princess of pop who met with a fatal accident while on her way to the Top Pop Music Awards ceremony. Following in her late sister's footsteps, Riko debuted with her sensational single For the Love of Mendoza. She followed that with several record-breaking hits that paved her way to a U.S. debut, which would have led to world-class stardom. However, she shocked her fans when she announced her marriage and subsequent retirement. Riko's fans were even more surprised to learn that her husband was the driver of the car that had run over her sister, Eri. Apparently, the two grew close when her husband repeatedly visited the Azuma home to apologize for the loss and grief that he had caused. Right now, Riko is the proud mother of one and spends most of her days either nursing her baby or training on the dance floor. Riko is best remembered for her vocal masterpiece Azteca Queen, which held the #1 slot for 13 consecutive weeks. All right, let's listen to some of Azteca Queen. Yeah, this record's going bad. So, what did we learn from these archive items? Well, a big one. Ichiko was born in 1972. However, when we were playing as her, it said she was 14. This game takes place in 2005. But she woke up on the Bright Wind, and as we saw from this origami letter, Ichiko and her classmates were traveling on the Bright Wind from somewhere, talking about a tournament, and the Bright Wind vanished in the 80s. Now, at the beginning of this level, Ichiko woke up and didn't know what was going on and called for her friends. So it seems like to Ichiko, she just woke up. You know, the ship disappeared in the 80s, and it seems like no time has passed for Ichiko. So far we have 3 time periods happening here. There is the 70s, because we saw Shu as a child. There's the 80s, because now we have seen Ichiko on the Bright Wind. And then there is the modern day, 2005, which is where most of our characters are from. So time shenanigans are happening. Let's save the game. And let's see, if we pull back, we do have a second objective available for Ichiko. In the dark cabin, Ichiko looks around in fear. She freezes as she is suddenly struck by a horrible pain in her head. Yeah, she's getting headaches. She seemed to get some bad headaches when she saw Yuri. But why might that be? We don't know. Why can she sightjack? We don't know. But she does have a mission too. And I think that is what we're going to do. As we continue on with Siren 2, we'll see what her second objective is and see if we can do anything else with that other character who was on board the Bright Wind.